Let's see what is sum and SUMX DAX function in Power BI. Sum function is a aggregate function of Power BI which adds all the values of a single column and gets a single output from that column. For example, here this is the sum function, aggregate function. Inside this, I have taken a product table and I'm calculating the price of every product in the column price inside the table product. Let's see an example of sum aggregate function. I hope you know how to load a dataset. Here I am using a simple product table. We can see the table view. From here I am having name, price and quantity. This is a simple data. Here I'm going in this particular table I'm going to perform some aggregate function of text. So for this we can click on new measures. We can give sum of price is equals to then sum function. I'm going to get the sum of all prices. So here 100 will be added to 50, 50 will be added to 200 and 200 will be added to 300. We will get a single value. So here is working on it. Sum of prices there. Let's go and check. So for this I'm going to take as it is a single value. So we're going to use the card visual. This is my card visual and then this will give me a single value sum of price of all my product price. So 650 is the answer when we use the sum function. Now let's see what is SUMX function. SUMX function evaluates an expression for each row in a table and then sub with the result. For example, here if we want a total bill of price and the purchased quantity, so SUMX function X stands for iteration. It takes the table name and the column which needs to be summed. The difference between sum is that it takes the complete column, and in SUMX it is going to sum using each row in a table. Sum and SUMX are different functions that serve different purposes. You should use sum when you want to sum up a single column of values and are already in your data module, and SUMX when you want to sum up an expression that involves calculations or logic on each row of a table. Let's see an example of how sum and SUMX works. Now let's see how the sum function will work if we want to get the product total bill. So here let me just add a bill column. So what sum does, first it gets a sum of all products. So it's going to take this column. So let me just generate the total of this. Then we have to write plus and then this and then plus and then this, then plus and then this column. Okay, then if I enter, so we are going to get 650, and here then the sum product will calculate equals, I will it is going to produce this plus, sorry, plus then this, then plus plus then normal plus and then this. If I press enter, then it will get the sum of two columns, and then it is going to get the product according to this into this column. So we are going to get this. Likewise, if we use the sum function, but this is not the accurate answer. We are not going to pay this. So when we use the SUMX function, what it does, it just gets the price column and then it multiplies with the second column. Okay, this same thing goes here as well. It gets the column and then multiplies with the second, sorry, multiplies with the second column and gets the output. Here as well, it's going to take this row multiplied by this row, and then again it is going to take this row and then multiplied by this row. So here we are going to get, and then the last what SUMX will do, we got the product and then we have to sum. So here we are going to take the sum. Let me add this here, equals to, just take this column plus this column plus this column and this row. Sorry, I'm saying column. This is the last one, D5, and then I'm going to, sorry, okay, this is the output of when we do SUMX. So this is the accurate result which was produced by SUMX, and this was the result which was produced by SUM. So this is not the correct output which we are getting. This is the correct output which was generated by SUMX. So let's see an example using Power BI. What is the difference of sum and SUMX? Now let's see an example of SUMX function, why it is needed. For this, let me just show you the data which is present. So I want name, price and quantity. So as you can see, by default the total of price is given and sum of quantity is given. Now I want to generate the total bill according to the purchased objects or products. So for this I'm going to take a new measure. As you already know, if I use the sum function for generating the total bill, here if I do like this, sum product of price, sum close, and then into sum of product of quantity. Here what we will get is first all the sum of prices taken and all the sum of quantities taken, then the price is multiplied by sum of quantity. So let's see what is the output by taking a card tool. So here we are getting 7k. So I don't want this. Just let me just format the value. Okay. Display units should be none. Okay, this is my value which is generated by sum. Actually, what is happening here? First, all the sum of prices taken, then it is multiplied by. But this is not the accurate bill generated. So for this, we want the output should come with one row. Sum of price rows will be multiplied by the row of sum of quantity. So for this, we use the SUMX function. So let's see. I'm going to create, right click, new measures. Let me create a measure for SUMX. So here total accurate bill. So in this I'm going to take the SUMX function. It takes first table and then the expression. So my table is product and then the expression like product price into product quantity. So this is X stands for iterator. It will be used for column wise iteration. Like here all the product table will be selected, and when product price is taken first 100 and then into 2, then the output will be generated for 100. Then first this will be executed and then the sum x will function will be executed. X is for iteration. So here so again let's just use a card. This is my card, and then see the total bill. Sorry, the current total bill is of 20k. Let me just remove the total, and you can see 2k. I don't want any. So this is the accurate bill which was generated, and this is with using the sum function. So I hope you got the difference between sum and SUMX. SUMX function is used for manipulating first row and then getting the complete value, single value, and sum is used for a single column. Both of them provide a single value.